Hey YouTube, Sweetknives here. We're back again. You've seen this knife. This is the Armed Forces only, and what I'm about to do is sharpen this knife on the wicked edge. But I just wanted to show a little bit about it before we begin. Like I said, I know you've seen this one, but I will give you some up close views. This is the 9051. It's a beautiful Benchmade. They make it primarily for the military. This one's actually really hard to find. It might even be discontinued. This is the plain version, satin finish, so no serrades on here. The knife does come pretty sharp from Benchmade, but it has a lot to still be desired compared to what we can get it. So I did want to show just, you know, some before pictures. I'm going to zoom in as much as I can on this edge just to give you some looks on this edge before we sharpen it. So there we go. You can kind of see you can see how kind of chiseled it is. I mean, it's definitely, you can even see the grind lines. This is the other side. Definitely, it's sharp, it's apexed very well, and it'll cut you, but it's, we can get it quite a bit more sharper than that by fine-tuning that different grits and using that lapping film. So that's what we're gonna do. This is a look at the handle. It's got a nice push button. It's got a locking mechanism. So the way you close it is you just push that button and that works. That's how you deploy it. And this locks it, so now it can't be pushed to go down. This is your carbide tip. This is 6061 T6 aluminum, highest quality aircraft aluminum that you can get, basically. That's a look at the clip. And yeah, that's some of the hardware there. So I'm gonna, again, show you how that gets deployed, just like so. It's a very nice knife, highly recommended. If you guys have a chance, pick one of these up. They're good. They're definitely good, really good knives. Stay tuned for part 2 coming up. I'm going to put it in the vise and we'll get started sharpening. So thanks a lot. Hey guys, I'm back. We got the knife in the vise and I'm using the wicked edge, and I actually cleaned every single one of these. I don't know how well you can see that. I've cleaned every single one of these diamond stones. So they're perfectly clean. I've cleaned the lapping films. Everything is just lickety split, ready to go. The angle is set at exactly 20 degrees on both sides. It lined up. So we're looking very good that way. I'm going to start off at 200 grit. After 200 grit diamonds, we're going to move to 400 grit diamonds, then 600 grit diamonds, then 800 grit diamonds, and then 1,000 grit diamonds. After 1,000, we'll be on to the very fine diamonds, which are 1,500 grit. And then after that, we got 2,200 grit. And then the final diamond stone is 3,000 grit. From there, I'm changing it up a little bit. We're going to go from 9 micron lapping film, and then we're going to go to 3 micron lapping film, and then 1, and then I do have some 0.5. So I think with that, we're going to get an ultra mirror edge on this knife. Again, this was a brand new one from the factory, but I think it was made in 2018. One of my buddy's knives. So I'm going to try to get it as mirrored as possible, and I think he's going to like this. So we're going to start off, I think a lot of you have probably seen some of my videos before. If you haven't, you know, just pay attention. It doesn't matter what sharpener you use. I'm just happen to be using the wicked edge today, but sometimes I use a work sharp, sometimes I use a Tormek, sometimes I use a belt grinder, and sometimes I use some other ones too. So I like to start out by going up and down, and then I do sweeps back and forth, alternating. We do try to go enough on one side until we find the burr slightly, and then we shift it on the other one. We always try to use equal strokes. So if you're new to this, definitely try to pay attention. I'm going to try to explain as much as I can, but also watch some of my other videos. I'll put a link in the upper right. You can click it and you can view my sharpening playlist. You know, there's a whole bunch of videos on sharpening. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what I did. I took a marker like this and I just drew a line straight across, just like that. And that's what you see right now, that dark line. And the goal here is I'm not going a lot different than what the factory angle was, which was 20 degrees. It was a decent angle. I like the way it looked. So I'm going to keep it at 20 degrees and I'm just going to keep going until this marker is removed. So that's essentially what I'm doing. If you started this and it wasn't lined up, you'd have to adjust your angle until it only removes the black marker. If it's too low on the shoulder here, then you need to adjust it a little bit outwards to make it so that it gets all of that black marker. And the opposite is true as well. I've already done that part, so we're good to go here. Let's go. So you'll probably be able to see shavings as well. The tip is really tricky. You don't want to you don't want to grind the tip. And what I do, just so I can see things, I like to just look at the tip too. So I got a little light that I'm shining. That probably makes it a little bit too bright for you guys, but every now and then I gotta use that. So I'm working on the side you can't really see. It's looking really good. Almost ground off all of the marker there. Let's do this side now. See on the tip, it's left a little bit of marker still. I don't know if you guys can see that right on the tip. There's a little bit of marker, so that's okay. What it means is we got to keep going until all of that is removed, and we don't want to wreck the tip. So I'm holding this light on the other side against it so that I can see that I'm not rolling. I've almost got it all off. I think I got a little bit more to go. I'm going to work on the other side just a hair, but I think I've got it almost all the way off. And in case you guys are wondering, this is 154 cm. It's looking really good. I'll just keep doing this a little bit. One of the common mistakes that most people make is they don't spend enough time on these initial steps. So if you don't spend the time on these initial steps, it's definitely not going to work out for you later on when we get to the more advanced stuff. So now we're going to do the alternating ones. Might just work a little bit more right there on this side, but then it's and we're done here. Looks very good. We'll do the alternating stuff now. Okay, I think we're good there. Now we'll move on to the next one, which is 400 and 600. So let's keep moving here. We'll go with 400 on this side. Looking good. Now I'll go on this side. Looking very good. Now I'm going to do alternating strokes on this side. Okay, now we're going to move to 600. I shine the light on that tip because it's hard for me to see if that, I don't want to roll it like that. I want to be just right there, going about halfway on it. And I can see better when I hold the light if there's any gap on the tip. So that's why I do that. Okay, I think we're done with those. Let's wipe this on a new spot. And we can just spot check here. It's very sharp, it catches that. Now we're gonna move on to 800 grit and then 1000. So this here is 800 grit. Very sharp, guys. Very, very, very sharp. Okay, I think we can move on to 1,000. Very smooth now. For all intents and purposes, you guys, this is the part where you could stop if you didn't want to get a mirror edge, but you just wanted a sharp working knife. This is much sharper than the factory at this point, even though it's not completely polished. It's a very, 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 very sharp knife. But we're gonna keep going, so I know that's what you come here for, to see this get really sharp. Okay, we're done with the 1,000. Now we're gonna keep progressing and keep going. And now I'm gonna take this little chamois and wipe the blade. Now we'll go to 1,500. I really like the 1,500. I don't know. I like that one. Alright guys, that one's good. Let's move on to 2,200 and 3,000. Here's 2,200. think we're done with that one. Let's try 3,000 now. Okay, we're done with 3,000. I think that really feels good. It's very sharp. We're gonna go to 9 micron now, guys. That's the next one, 9. And this should be, you can already tell it's starting to mirror. This should really put a mirror on. Good. I always go away to begin, but then I've been kind of going up and down as well. Shouldn't go up and down. Just a few even already puts a nice mirror on. Not bad. Well, I'm pretty sure that's about it with 9. So now we can clean that one more time with this. And let's go to 3. So I guess I just flip it over. And now we're on 3. This is where if you go down like this, you could cut the sheets and render them completely useless. So not really advise people doing that. Should go like this only. Okay, that's enough of those ones. Now we'll go to the final two, which are 1 and 0.5. And I see something right there. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna go to 1 and 0.5. Oh shoot. That was 0.5. Hopefully. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's wipe it one more time. Oh, that's about as good as it gets, guys. Almost perfect, I think. What do you think? You're on the zoomed in version, so it really picks up everything, but that's really, that's really it. It's kind of incredible, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to take it out of there, and then we'll look at it under the other camera. I'll zoom in on it a little bit more, but that's about as good as I can get it on this Wicked Edge. Thanks again. Hang tight. Hey guys, I'm back. I got the knife out of the vise and kind of cleaned up. As you can see, it's got a wonderful, it's got a wonderful mirror on both sides. You know, you kind of look at this after and you kind of think, well, I probably could have done a little bit better job here, a little bit better job there, but I'm gonna zoom in as much as I can zoom in and kind of show you what we're looking at. It is very good. The tip is always the hardest spot. It is a complete mirror, but sometimes it's just hard to see that. You know, I'm shooting in 4K, so it really picks up every finite little mark. But at any rate, let's just see. I'm running out of hair. It kind of looks funny, doesn't it? I mean, it's unbelievably sharp, guys. Unbelievably So again, that's the knife. Let's zoom out a little bit. You know, people like when you cut paper. I don't really like to cut paper because it kind of, you know, if you do too much, it can kind of dull it. But I mean, it's so sharp that, I mean, really. It's really sharp, guys. So look at it. If you like this kind of stuff, hit that like button, hit the thumbs up. That helps me more than you guys will ever know. Just a simple like on the video goes a long ways. And definitely subscribe. We're gonna be doing a lot of giveaways coming up, so you'll wanna subscribe and watch some of these upcoming videos. I'm gonna be giving away quite a bit of cool stuff. So we're gonna grow this channel. We're gonna get a lot more subscribers than where I'm at right now. And we're gonna bring a lot of cool content, a lot of cool knives. We're gonna bring more sharpening stuff. We're gonna go through more tutorials. We're gonna work on all this kind of stuff. And this knife here belongs to my buddy, but I think it will be going to someone in the military, in the United States military. So whoever gets this, congratulations, and thank you very much for your service. We appreciate it. And with that, thank you very much, guys. Have a great day.